Welcome back to the Chill Room, my friends. I'm your host, Chill the Messenger, and today we'll recap SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and I'll discuss some returns, call ups, and debuts that we're likely to see in 2024, plus UFC 300 and more. We start off with SmackDown, where it's dumbfounding to hear Solo say losing has consequences when he is 0-37 with two no contests since beating John Cena at Crown Jewel in early November last year. Solo kicked Jimmy out the Bloodline, and in came Tama Tonga, which casual fans will need some explaining as to who he is. Paul Heyman being essentially held hostage by Solo has been great TV. Braun Breaker smashed Cameron Grimes, and Naomi finally got one over on Tiffy to become #1 contender versus Bayley. AJ Styles and LA Knight both won triple threat matches to advance and have a rematch of their WrestleMania matchup for the #1 contendership against Cody Rhodes. On Raw, we found out that Rhea Ripley will be out for roughly 3 months and was forced to vacate the World Women's Championship. Sheamus returned with the win over Ivar. New World Tag Team Championships were given to Awesome Truth, and DIY became #1 contenders. Indy Hartwell is joining Candice LeRae as a heel. Jey Uso beat Finn Balor ahead of his matchup with Damian Priest. Hopefully Finn is not becoming a losing gatekeeper, kind of like how Solo has been for Roman. And Sami Zayn defended his Intercontinental Championship in Montreal, but was then attacked by Chad Gable post-match. This week's NXT saw Lola Vice beat Sol Ruka with interference from Blair Davenport. Lola versus Natalya in a NXT Underground match was announced for Spring Breakin', as well as Sol versus Blair in a Beach Brawl match. Apparently, the D'Angelo family whacked Drew Gulak. Ilya issued an open challenge for his NXT Championship, which was answered by newcomer 19-year-old Javon Evans. It was a great match, but no surprise with Ilya retaining. Roxanne Perez versus Lyra Valkyria versus Tatum Paxley in a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship was set up by Ava. Trick Williams beat Carmelo Hayes in a steel cage match. Next week, he'll challenge for the NXT Championship. If Trick loses, he has to leave NXT. Now I want to get into some fresh faces that you will hopefully be seeing sometime soon on TV. Carmella and Alexa Bliss should be returning soon from their pregnancies. Both have posted videos working out online. Sonya Deville and Charlotte Flair should be returning from injury within this year. With no Rhea or Becky for a while, one could see Trish Stratus returning for her part-time gig. Mandy Rose and AJ Lee are two rumored names to be interested in returning to the company. On the men's side, we have Braun Strowman returning from injury soon. And now with Vince out of the way, it's possible that Dustin Rhodes, Eric Young, Matt Hardy, and Eric Rowan could return to the company. When it comes to NXT call-ups, Carmelo Hayes is a guaranteed pick in the upcoming draft. Current champions Ilya Dragunov and Roxanne Perez are strong favorites to be drafted as well. I believe the team of Gallus is ready for the main roster. They even prepared The Rock for WrestleMania. And I'm not sure when Wes Lee is returning from injury, but he's ready for the main roster as well. As far as new faces in the company, Jacob Fatu has already signed a WWE contract. In that same sphere, we could see Tangaloa, Lance Anoa'i, and Hikuleo added to the Bloodline as well. I'd love to see Nick Aldis have an in-ring debut. And despite injuring his pec recently, I hope that Matt Cardona will debut in WWE this year as well. Moving on to UFC 300, we saw Max Holloway win the BMF title after knocking out Justin Gaethje in the last second of the 5th round. Zhang Weili goes 5 rounds against Yan Xiaonan and retains the strawweight title. Alex Pereira dismisses the referee and knocks out Jamal Hill seconds later to retain the light heavyweight title. In other news, ratings and college basketball superstar Caitlin Clark was selected 1st overall in the WNBA draft by the Indiana Fever. And that's all we got for you today on this Wednesday night. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you again Sunday morning with a news video. Until then, don't kill the messenger.